Here we are at example 8 from our 4.3 number 3 set of notes. We're asked to factor this by grouping, and we have to keep in mind our first step is always a GCF, thinking about can we pull something out of all of those terms. And we actually can here. We can pull out a 5 because they're all evenly divisible by 5. So when we do that, we have 5 times, and then inside we have m squared plus 8mn plus a 12n squared. Now we're going to go ahead and factor down our trinomial. Looking at our a value here, it's 1, and our c value here, it's 12. We're going to multiply those two together. We get 12. So then we're going to create a list for the number 12. So we have 1 and 12. We have 2 and 6, 3 and 4, and that's it. So now we have to ask ourselves, thinking about our b value, 8, which pair from our list gives us 8? Well, 2 and 6 accomplish that. So we're going to use those two coefficients. So we have 5 still on the outside. Big bracket. And then our two coefficients we said we were going to use was 2 and 6. And since our middle term has our mn, we're going to have an mn. Then, thinking about the sign, positive 8, well, both of these would have to be positive to get that positive 8m. Now we're going to go ahead and just drop down our other values, the m squared and our positive 12n squared. Now we're going to go ahead and factor by grouping. So we're going to split this down the middle. And then looking at the 1m squared plus the 2mn. The biggest thing that we can factor out of there is an m. And what we would be left with when we pull that out would be m plus 2n. When we look at the second pair, or the second set, the 6mn and the 12n squared, we can factor out a 6n because they both share that. That's a positive 6n that we can pull out of both of them. And we would be left then with m plus 2 when we do that. Now lastly, since they both share this common factor of the, and this had an n, that m plus 2n, we're going to go ahead and pull that out of both of those terms. So I'm going to go ahead and get me some space. And when we factor that out, our final answer comes out to be 5 times, in one big bracket, m plus 2n times our m plus 6n. So that is our factored final version right there. But again, though, that is example 8 from our 4.3 number 3 set of notes.